Let's take a trip together. We'll explore 5 surprising ways that being overly kind might mess things up. We'll learn from the Stoics like Seneca, EPICTETUS, and Marcus Aurelius. And as we learn, I want you to think about your own acts of kindness. Are they always just right, or do you sometimes go overboard? If you're up for this journey, together, we'll figure out how to be good without overdoing it. So, stick with me as we uncover the unexpected problems of being too generous. Sometimes, the most important lessons come from the places we least expect. 1. Always trying to make everyone happy. Ever find yourself bending over backwards just to make everyone happy? Saying yes when you really mean no, laughing at jokes that don't tickle your funny bone, and pretending to agree with opinions you don't share? It's like we're wearing different masks all the time trying to fit in. But let me share a little gem from the school of Stoicism. We simply can't control what everybody thinks about us. So why do we keep trying so hard to please everyone? Sure, people-pleasing might seem like a noble gesture, a way to spread kindness, but let's get real here. It often stems from our own insecurities, and boy, is it draining. Constantly donning different masks, trying to fit into molds that aren't our own. It's like a never-ending performance, isn't it? And for what? A fleeting pat on the back? The Stoics had a different approach. Authenticity. Be true to yourself, they said, and the right people will naturally gravitate towards you. And those who don't? Well, you can't please everyone, can you? So let's ditch the charade, shall we? It's time to embrace our true selves and let the chips fall where they may. 2. Thinking you can change people. Ever heard the saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink? Well, that's like the golden rule of Stoicism. We can't control other people, only how we react to them. But here's the kicker. Many of us, with our big hearts, try so hard to fix others. We believe our love, advice, and kindness can change them. But more often than not, it just doesn't work out that way. Think about that friend who always picks the wrong partners. You've given them advice, listened to their heartbreaks, and even tried setting them up with someone great. Yet they keep repeating the same old mistakes. Frustrating, right? But here's the deal. Everyone's on their own journey. And while it's nice to lend a helping hand, we can't walk their path for them. The Stoics knew this well. They believed in focusing on our own actions and letting go of the need to control everything else. It's tough, especially when you care deeply about someone. But sometimes the kindest thing you can do is step back and let people make their own choices, even if they stumble along the way. 3. Avoiding conflicts at all costs. Sound familiar? Let's face it, nobody enjoys those tense, uncomfortable moments. So in our quest to be nice, we often dodge disagreements altogether. We bite our tongues, sweep things under the rug, and swallow our frustrations. But here's the scoop from Stoicism. Sometimes a little conflict is necessary. Sure, it might seem easier to smooth things over in the short term, but down the line, those little annoyances can snowball into major problems. Ever had a roommate who left their dirty dishes lying around? Instead of speaking up, you silently seethed until one day you exploded over something trivial. Stoicism teaches us that tackling challenges head-on is the way to go. It's not about starting fights, but addressing issues before they spiral out of control. In the long run, it's kinder to yourself and to others to deal with stuff up front rather than letting it simmer and boil over. 4. Taking on too much. Ever found yourself taking on more than you can handle? Picture this. You're at a friend's get-together and they mention they're moving next weekend. Before you know it, you've volunteered to help, even though your plate is already overflowing with your own tasks. The Stoics had a thing about living in tune with nature, which includes knowing our own limits. Taking on too much isn't just about spreading yourself thin. It's about betraying your own boundaries. Think of life as a teacup. Each commitment is a drop of tea. Pour in too much, and it spills over, making a mess. It's not about being unkind, it's about being kind to yourself first. So the next time someone needs a hand, maybe offer to pack a few boxes instead of committing to the entire day. It's those small gestures that truly count, and they're much easier to manage. Remember that time you promised to help at the school fair, attend a birthday party, and visit your grandma all in one day? By the end of it, you were probably exhausted, grumpy, and not really present in any of those activities. That's the burden of overcommitment. So before you say yes, take a moment to think, reflect on your own capacity. It's not selfish, it's sensible. Well done. Now that you have reached the end of this video, let's conquer the last wisdom. 5. Seeking approval from others. It's a trap many of us fall into, especially in this digital age where kindness is often flaunted online. But let's take a moment to ponder. Are we truly acting out of genuine compassion, or are we just craving validation? Marcus Aurelius once dropped this gem: waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. This timeless nugget of wisdom reminds us that real virtue isn't about seeking recognition. It's about our actions speaking for themselves. Sure, sharing our good deeds can inspire others, but we need to keep our intentions in check. When kindness becomes a transaction, its authenticity fades away. The Stoics were big on this. They taught us to focus on the intrinsic value of our actions. By doing good for its own sake, we embody the true essence of virtue. So there you have it, the journey of kindness with all its twists and turns. In our world of likes, shares, and endless scrolling, it's easy to forget the age-old wisdom of the Stoics. But as we've seen, their teachings are just as relevant today as they were centuries ago. Now, my fellow Stoics, as we stand at this junction between contemplation and action, I urge you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever found yourself tangled in the web of excessive kindness? Your stories are the guiding stars of our Stoic community, illuminating the path for fellow travelers on life's journey. And hey, if you've enjoyed our little adventure today, why not spread the love? Hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the notification bell. After all, you wouldn't want to miss out on our next insightful video, would you? So until we meet again, remember, be kind, be wise, and above all, be true to yourself. To explore more Stoic wisdom, simply select one of the videos that will appear on your screen now. Farewell for now. Stay Stoic.